Okay, so you've booked onto a Salkantay trip and now you need to think about what you're going to pack into your bag. Now, if you're booking with the Bucket List Company, you will get a copy of our kit list. If you're not booking with us, you can still download it from underneath this video and see everything that's on it. Now, some of the things are recommended, some of the other things are essential. So I'm looking at the essential stuff that we're going to pack into the bag today. Now, on our trips, when you get to country, you'll be given an additional duffel bag to pack your stuff into. That's not to say don't bring a duffel bag with you, because that might not happen, but that generally does happen on our trips. Now, obviously you are going to need to leave stuff in the hotel as well, because you are going to be spending a lot of time in Lima and a lot of time in Cusco, so you're going to need to have a lot of additional stuff with you as well. But what we're talking about on this video is just the stuff that you are going to need to have for your 5-day trek on the Salkantay and your day into Machu Picchu itself. So obviously, if we take this as a duffel bag, you're going to be allowed around 7 kilos for the porters to carry your bag whilst you're on the trek. Now that's just what's going in your duffel bag. That's not what's going to potentially go in your day pack. So some of this stuff is going to be in our day pack that we are carrying, and then we're only going to take the spare stuff into the duffel bag itself. So the first thing we're going to look at is sleeping. So we need a sleeping bag. During the evenings on the Salkantay Trek, you are at a high altitude and it does get cold because you are on the side of a glacier. So you are going to need a really warm sleeping bag with you, and you might want to be taking thermals as well to make sure you're sleeping in. So this is a 4-season sleeping bag, 680 grams. Think about the weight of your sleeping bag, because some sleeping bags for a 4-season synthetic bag can go up to like 2.5 kilos in weight. So if you want to cut some of your weight down, then a lightweight down sleeping bag is the way to do it. So I'm going to put that one in the bag. Next thing is going to be my travel pillow. This is an inflatable one. The tents do come with mats when you're on the trek, so you don't need to take one with you. They are comfy, but if you want an inflatable one, then you can either hire one when you're there, or you can bring your own along with you as well. It's entirely up to you, but I don't bother. I just use the ones that are provided with the tents. So my pillow's going to go in. I'm going to need to have a warm jacket, so either a down or a synthetic jacket. This is a synthetic one. This will keep me plenty warm enough in the evenings with a layering system. So I don't need to have a really thick one, but this one's perfect for what I need. This one I'm not going to pack into the bag, because I'm going to keep this one in my day pack. So if I stop during the day for lunch, or we stop for a break and I feel a little bit cold, I can just put this on quite easily. So I'm going to keep that one to the side. Hat, obviously a peaked hat. You are at altitude, you want to keep the sun off your face. So a sun hat with a visor is super important on the treks. Clothing wise, you're going to be trekking for 4 days, then you're going to stay in a hotel in Aguas Calientes, and then your 5th day is going to be spent in Machu Picchu itself. So you'll get the bus up from Aguas Calientes in the morning. So you're going to need to have a couple of pairs of trekking trousers. You've got enough to have a clean t-shirt for every day. You've got enough to have a clean pair of socks and a clean pair of underwear every day. So that's kind of how I do it. So I'll have 2 pairs of trekking trousers, a pair of trekking shorts, 5 tops, and then a jumper as well to help with the layering system. So I've got a pair of lightweight trousers here to start the trek off, and in my bag here I've got a pair of thicker trousers when it gets a bit colder, and then I've got 5 wicking tops, not cotton, that I can wear whilst I'm on the trek, and I'll have a clean one for every day. Again, that's the one that I'm going to start the trek off in. And then in this bag here I've got the thicker pair of trousers, 4 more tops, and then a pair of shorts as well. And this one, I've got a clean pair of underwear for every day and a clean pair of socks for every day. And then in this one I have a pair of gloves, a couple of buffs. If it's dusty, if it's cold, I can wear these. I can keep the sun off the back of my neck. These are super handy to have, and they're super lightweight, so you might as well carry a couple of them. And then my warm woolly hat as well for the evenings, or if it gets a bit colder when we're at altitude. I've then got my boots, and I'm going to go for a lightweight pair of high approach shoes is what these are classed as. So they've got an ankle on them, so they're supporting my ankle, but they're super lightweight. and they're super bendy as well. So it just feels like you are wearing a trainer rather than a solid boot. And these are perfectly fine for a Salkantay Trek. These are Gore-Tex as well, so if it is wet, my feet are going to stay dry. But again, I'm not going to need to put those in the bag because I'm going to be wearing those. Waterproofs. I've got my waterproof trousers and my waterproof jacket in the bag. You are at altitude, you are at 4,000 meters for quite a lot of the time on the Salkantay Trek. You're up in the clouds. The chances are you are going to see some rain. So these need to be handy in your day sack rather than packing them in your duffel bag and then not having access to them when it does start raining. So we'll just put them over there to go into that one later. First aid kit, obviously you need to carry everything you need. So you're going to need ibuprofen, paracetamol, aspirin, diaurolite, Imodium, blister plasters, all the things so you can look after yourself when you're on the trek. Obviously any personal medication that you need to take with you as well. Again, this needs to be carried in your day pack because you need access to it at all times. If you've got a blister, etc., you don't want to be waiting for the evening to get hold of your duffel bag. This one, I always take this one. This is an X-Bed stowaway duffel, little lightweight duffel bag, really small, but perfect for your dirty washing bag to keep it separate from all your clean washing in the bag. Pair of sunglasses. You obviously want a good pair of sunglasses that wrap around, don't let light in from the sides, because again, you are going to be at altitude. The sun is stronger at altitude, it is brighter, so you want to make sure that you've got a good pair of sunglasses with a good category rating as well on them. Again, they're going to go in my day pack because I need them all the time. Towel, and I would take a swimsuit as well with you on the Salkantay Trek. There is hot springs. You do get a chance to spend some time in the hot springs after your day's trekking. And then obviously you'll need a towel to dry yourself off afterwards. So swimsuit and a towel, super important. Head torch, you are camping. So you are gonna, in the evenings, it's gonna be dark, getting around the tent, sorting your kit out. Even in the early mornings when you're getting up, sometimes it's still quite dark and you need a head torch when you go to the toilet in the middle of the night. So have a think about what sort of head torch you're taking. Will it last for the whole trip duration? Do you need to have spare batteries? Can you charge your head torch whilst you're on the trip? With this head torch, I can just plug it into my battery pack and recharge the battery if I needed to whilst I was away. Battery pack, obviously you are going away for 5 days. You're not going to be able to charge anything until you get to the hotel on the final night. So make sure you've got your chargers to recharge your phone, your camera, so you are ready for Machu Picchu. Excuse me. So, but I would still have it, you're going to be 3.5 days without power. So make sure you've got a battery pack big enough to recharge your watch, recharge your phone if you need to. So have a battery pack that you can pack as well. In this one, I've got my layering system. So my jacket's over the top. So I've got a warm fleece and then a down body warmer. This is what I'll build my layers up with if I'm getting cold, if I'm walking, if I need to take something off because I'm too hot, if I need to put something on because I'm too cold. Like I say, we're only trekking for 4 days. I don't need to have double of everything. I've got my waterproofs. You know, I'm going to stay warm and dry enough in that time. Moving on to fluids, you are going to obviously need to take water with you during the days. Your camp crew, they'll feed you really well on the trek, and in the evening and in the mornings they'll boil water for you to fill your water bottles up. So it will be purified water. So if you want to take something like an Nalgene bottle, you need 2 of them, fill them up in the morning, and then you've got a chance to restock at lunchtime and then again in the evening when you get into camp. Personally, I take a water to go bottle. These have a filter inside them, and you can scoop it up from a river, from a stream, from a puddle. You can fill it up from a tap, whatever you do, and then the filter will purify the water. And again, I only then need to carry 1 bottle because when it runs out, I can, especially on the Salkantay Trek, there are opportunities to fill up all the time. So either normally I've got a bigger one, I've got a 75 cl, this is just the 50 cl one, so I'll take the 75 cl one with me, and that one will get me through the day, no problems at all. Obviously you can also have hydration pack, which will go inside the rucksack. I personally don't like these. I'd much rather have a bottle. I can see how much I've drank. When this sits in the rucksack, it's very difficult to realise how much you've been drinking all day long. I just have this one in the side pouch of my rucksack and then just pull it out as and when I need to, and then that's just super easy to do. So I'll take this one over these two. Then we're going to need our day pack, which all this stuff is going to live in during the trek. You could get away with like a 25 litre day pack. I personally take a 35 to 40. I like a bigger pack. I don't like to overfill it. I would much rather have space to find everything. I'd have a rucksack liner that sits inside and lives in it. And then that keeps everything dry inside. Most of them do come with a pack cover either in the bottom or in the lid that you can put over if it starts raining. But for me, the water, it only covers the front of it, and the water can still drip down the back and get into the bag. So I'd much rather keep everything inside dry, and the bag can get as wet as it likes because it's dry inside the bag. So obviously trekking poles as well, super handy. If you have one or two, it's entirely up to you. I always carry one with me, but I always have my trekking pole with me as well. So that's it. That's everything that you'll need for a Salkantay trek. This lot weighs about 5.5 kilos. That's in here. So I've still got 1.5 kilos I can add in if I want to add some other things in. But the only thing that's missing really from there at the minute is snacks. You do, like I said, you do get fed really well on a Salkantay trek. The chefs in Peru are amazing. You'll have 3-course lunches, 3-course dinners. But if you do want to supplement that with anything else, then you're going to have to carry it either in your day pack or in your day pack or in your duffel bag. It's entirely up to you if you want to bring that from the UK, or you obviously can buy things in Lima and in Cusco, etc. But if you've got any questions on packing for the Salkantay trek, please just get in touch with the office and one of the team will be more than happy to help. Enjoy Machu Picchu. Thanks.